another video in this series Pimp My Surfboard. Today with a quick one, I will show you how to improve the grip of your footpad. This can be helpful in two cases. One, if you're having difficulties of unintendedly slipping out of your foot strap during trying freestyle tricks or something like that. So especially for freestyle beginners who don't have the perfect technique yet to stay in the foot strap by bending their feet, then this might be interesting for you. Or two, if your foot pads are so worn off that the grip has become really bad and you actually would like to renew the foot pads, you can use this trick to postpone that step of renewing them completely quite a bit. All you need for this operation is epoxy resin or bioresin, salt, UV stabilizer to prevent the resin from getting yellow, tape, gloves and a brush. Tape around the foot pad, which is quite easy on this one since it only has straight edges. Simply apply the resin with the brush. For optical reasons I apply the resin all the way to the edges of the pad and make sure to not use too much because that would create a stiff area. And there's a point that probably a few people will make, or at least think now, which is that the resin is a stiff material, and since this pad wants to change its form, this can't work. But trust me, I tried it and it works. I think the reason is, as soon as this resin has hardened and the pad moves, then there's small cracks in the surface of the resin and it still sticks to the pad, you know? And that's why it works probably. Alright, now the resin is distributed evenly. All I do now is take the salt and spice my board. Keep in mind that there are different sizes of salt grains, so choose the one you like best. And again, there will be probably a few people now who will say, how can you use salt? Salt dissolves in water, so how can this possibly work? Well, first, it works, trust me, I've tried it several times. And secondly, maybe the reason why it works is that the salt dissolves and leaves the sharp craters of resin, which provide then the grip. Or the resin floats around the salt grains so that salt grains are inside the resin and the resin doesn't have contact with water and doesn't dissolve. And I also know those special granulates you can buy, which are designed especially for those purposes, providing grip on surfaces like boards, stairs, any surface. And I've tried them for this already, and I don't see a reason why they are better than salt. So if you like, do it with salt. It's cheap, you have it at home, and you can do it really quickly. So this is how it looks like after quite a few sessions compared to the normal foot pad. Doesn't look too beautiful, but in my opinion that's totally fine. And it still provides grip. I'm not sure if you can hear it, this scratch, but it does indeed still provide grip. Plus I can do the same process again whenever I want. So obviously this grip doesn't last forever, but I've tested it several times and it has the intended effect and it holds quite well. While you can say that I use my boards quite intensely. Actually, I like the effect so much that I use this effect even on my new foot pads to provide a little bit more grip. And maybe you have already realized, but I think it's Vertrauens boards who also uses the same technology, of course with different materials, on their serial boards. If you think this is not good enough for you, then wait for the next episode where I show you how to apply brand new foot pads to your board, which is quite simple. But while doing that, I'll show another hack how to improve the shock absorption of your foot pads extremely, and you will never have the problem of the soft board under your heels again, this hack is kind of awesome. So wait for it and see you in the next episode. Cheers!